Hey everybody, I am coming making this video message, and I want to let you know that when somebody doesn't have a dream, they laugh at yours. Please understand that everybody that you come across, everybody that you may personally know, and everybody that you have conversations with, a lot of them don't have a dream. A lot of them don't have a vision. A lot of them don't have direction as to where they want to go in life, because people will already self-curse themselves. They will already speak negatively over their life, over their destiny, and they do not believe that some things are able to be attained and acquired. Sometimes when you are around people who have no hope in themselves, they don't believe that they have a talent, a gift, or skill, or they look at their circumstances, they will project these things on you when they see you have an actual belief in yourself. When you talk about your dreams, when you talk about a vision you have, when you talk about what you look forward to doing in the future, and you say you are sure of the direction you're going in, sometimes people will laugh at you. When you first start out doing something that nobody else is doing, simply because you have a dream, or you have an idea, or you have gone to God and God has confirmed and let you know what is in you as far as your gift and talent and skill goes, people will laugh at you. They will try to talk you out of doing a particular thing because they don't believe that they can do it. Or a lot of people, they care too much about what people think about them. They care too much about what people are going to say about them. And some of the main people who have something to say are those closest to you, and I'm referring to family. I can remember years ago, I've been on YouTube for over 11 and a half years. I started my channel in 2013. When I first started my channel, I never second guessed myself. I already knew the direction I wanted it to go in. I knew my motive behind it, and I knew that I had a solid agenda as to why I was starting it up. Now, I had some other things I was doing in the background and behind the scenes, but the ultimate thing was because a particular thing that I still am going to do, but I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to put that in the airwaves. But a particular thing that I wanted to do, it was put on hold because in that lane, you have to put in a bid for it 1 and 2 years ahead of time. So at the time, I was not able to be in that particular space. So my only outlet was to come to YouTube. And so when I first started my channel, you know who really laughed at me? My own flesh and blood. Not everybody, but there were 3 family members that made jokes consistently and laughed at me hysterically in my face when I started my channel. And even before I brought my video messages to YouTube, I started them on Instagram. At the time, Instagram had changed it to where, I believe at the time when they first started Instagram, when they made videos available, you can do maybe a 15-second video. I think that's how it started. And so my very first video was put on Instagram for 15 seconds. And once I saw the feedback that I got from that 15-second clip, I said, okay, let me put another one. I put another one on Instagram. I got very good feedback from it, and so I took it to Facebook. So I went from just posting on Facebook to where they made it available where you can also post videos on Facebook. And so I started posting videos on Facebook, and it blew up. I got a lot of good feedback. And so I said, wow, so this is working. This is clearly a lane outside of me already for pretty much as I can remember being a little girl, speaking at church, being in a choir, being a Girl Scout, being in countless plays, writing poetry, writing songs. All of these things I was doing as a little girl. And so when I took it to, okay, I'm putting videos on Instagram, I'm putting videos on Facebook, then I found out about YouTube. And so when I started putting them on YouTube, that is when I started getting a lot of pushback and resistance and disrespect, as far as people mocking and laughing at me when I started putting the messages on YouTube. And it was not people from my past that I went to school with. It was not old friends. It was not current friends. Actually, they were shocked. They liked and enjoyed what I put out, but it was my own flesh and blood. They made jokes about me. I had a cousin that looked me dead in my face, and this is my little cousin. She looked me dead in my face and said, "Why are you up there on Facebook and on YouTube making videos? You making videos are pointless." And she kept laughing at me. And then at the end of her making that statement, she said to me, "Well, if you get big or you blow up, don't forget the little people." And so I just looked at her. I didn't flinch, because I knew it was coming from a place where she didn't know who she was. She didn't have anything going for herself. So, excuse me. It was easy for her to look at me and make a statement about me or mock me and laugh at me. There were a couple of other family members that laughed in my face. They said, "Who do you think you are? Why are you up there making videos? Do you think you some kind of a professor? Ha ha ha." I mean, they started to make jokes about me starting a YouTube channel. They were already chattering. I'm still talking about family, my flesh and blood. Some of them were already chattering just from seeing videos on my Facebook page. Okay, and see, this is why I started deleting and blocking family members. I don't know about you all, but I just and like I said, I deactivated my Facebook page. I may reactivate it, but I'm still not on Facebook like that. But I know way before I deactivated my Facebook page, because I just did it last year when I came off of Facebook in November. It's coming up on a year. But already I was deleting and blocking family members, because family members, they have a bad habit of stalking you and lurking on your page and watching you. And you being a full grown man or woman, when you post certain things, you don't even have to be posting anything negative. You don't have to be posting anything inappropriate. Family members feel entitled to know everything that you have going on, and they feel that they have a license to talk about you and to even go to other family members and notify them about your movement and what you have going on. And so this opens up a portal for a bunch of other people to come and start talking about you or mocking you or passing their opinion in your family. See, I don't believe that because you are blood related to somebody that means you're obligated to tell them everything that you have going on in your life. I just don't believe that. If you don't have a personal relationship with me, and if we are not cool, if you are not calling me on a regular basis, if we are not hanging out, I don't feel comfortable or even safe sharing with you certain things, especially when I know you're a negative, jealous spirited person, when I know that you have the crab in a barrel syndrome, where I know that you don't even have hope for yourself. So why would you have hope for me? That is where my temperament and my attitude is with family. But the point that I'm making in this entire message is that when people start laughing at you, when people start mocking you, when people question you about your dreams, and they come at you saying or telling you, you know, what you're doing is not going to go anywhere. What you're doing is pointless. It is because they don't have a dream of their own. I have over time talked about this, but this is something else that was in my spirit recently. And I just want to let you all know, whatever idea you have, whatever dream you have, you better push it, baby. You better push it with all confidence, with all boldness, believing, knowing, and trusting that Jesus Christ is on your side. Because had I not started my channel years ago, there would not be so many people, countless amounts of people in and out of the United States, of all races and all ages and all cultures, all traditions and all backgrounds, who have gotten some type of transformation and breakthrough. And it's not because of me. It's only because God is using me as a vessel to break through to people, to uplift them, to help them, and to inspire them. And so what I'm saying is that I could care less what people have to say about me. I could care less what they think. I could care less about their opinion, because you know what? When you look at these people that have so much to say about what you got going on, sweetheart, they're never doing more than you. Yeah, they may feel like, okay, I have more than her. I have more than him. I have a bigger house. I have a better apartment. I don't live with anybody, but she does. He does. I have more money than that person, or whatever. But the thing is, I feel that it will suck for you to wake up and just go to a 9-to-5 job and come home. Outside of your job, what else are you doing? You mean to tell me you're comfortable and you're okay with your life just being that you're just a mom, you're just a dad if you have children, and you just go to work, you clock in and you clock out when your shift is over, and you go home all to start it over again? You don't have any dream from when you were a child. You don't have any talent, skill, or gift or capability or ability to do something that can change people, that can inspire people, that can bring some type of, lane to where you can invent something that people can utilize. You don't have any of this within you. You can't pull from anything else. So you really believe that God just created you, planted you in your mother's womb, and allowed you to come on the earth simply to just work and then come home and keep doing it for years and years and years, and then you retire and die? I don't think so. The devil is a liar. Live your life. God has made so many components to you, so many dimensions are to you, and so many levels are to you. First, you are a child of God. That is what you are before you are anything else. And after you are a child of God, you are a man or you are a woman. Okay, even if you are not grown already, don't think that God still has not called you. God put something in you for you to share with others, for you to help others, for you to bring revelation to other people. That's what it means when God is using you. But don't you ever, ever in life allow anybody to laugh at your dream or your vision. I say it all the time, but I'm going to say it again before I get out of here. How can somebody, or how can a bunch of people who are in the stands laugh at you, judge you, point their finger at you, and mock you when they're in the stands? They're not even in the game. How are you in the stands? You're not even in the game. You're not even sitting on the bench for the coach to even look at you to consider putting you in the game. But you have a lot to say about the people who are already in the game, and they've been in the game, and they are scoring the highest level of points. Are you kidding me? So that's how you got to look at it, my beautiful brothers and sisters. When people begin to mock you and they have so much to say about what it is that you're doing and what you have to offer, you be bold, you be confident. Because let me tell you something, if God has given you the gift of gab, or God has given you a gift of teaching, or God has given you the gift of preaching, a lot of times, you know what I notice? A pattern of people who are scared to get in front of an audience. They are scared to get in front of a camera. They are not confident because they are worried about what people are going to think about their weight, their height, their skin color, how they're dressed, how they look. They have all of these racing thoughts in their mind. And so when they are in front of an audience, they get very scared, they get nervous, and they forfeit that part of their gift or skill. They don't know when they see somebody speaking or teaching. For a lot of us, it flows like water, it's liquid, it's not difficult. That comes from knowing who you are. Anybody that you see out here operating in a gift, when you look at them, you may say, wow, I wish I can do that, but I can't do that. That's not my gift. That's not my talent. That's not my skill. You may look at somebody and say, I don't see how they can get in front of 10,000 people. I don't see how they can get in front of 20,000 people. I don't see how they can stand in front of 100,000 people and do what they're doing. I don't see how they can get on camera and start talking about all this stuff, because people have opinions, people make threats, people will say they'll cancel them if they rub them the wrong way. It's because that person is in their lane. Any gift that you see somebody operating in, when you see it flowing so easily, when you see it moving like liquid, that is an indication that that person is in the correct lane. That is also an indication that that person is very well aware of what they are called to do. They know who they are. So on today, if you have a dream that you have been sitting on, if you have a goal or a vision, you better start somewhere and tune out everybody that is in your ear mocking you, trying to talk down to you, or they are trying to discourage you from doing it. Because if you look at them and if you look at their life, ask yourself, what are they doing? If they're not doing anything, what is it that they're doing that's meaningful besides working? Outside of them working, outside of them being a mother or a father or a husband or a wife. And don't make a mistake, I'm not downplaying those titles and those positions. I'm a mother. But what I'm saying to you all is that some people, they are okay with being that way. And that's not to even judge people if they are. If you are okay, if you're completely content with just being a husband or a wife or a mother or a father and just going to your job, clocking in and clocking out when the shift is over and going home, and you are okay with that, then I'm not talking to you. But I'm talking to those of you who come across people that always have something to say about you when you take one step, but they haven't taken any steps. You're on step number 3. They haven't even came off the porch. Do you catch my drift? Again, if somebody is in the stands, how can they talk about anybody that's already in the game? They in the stands criticizing. They on the sideline jaw jabbing and bumping their gums, pointing at them and laughing, but what are they doing? It's easy for you to criticize and talk about other people and laugh at them and mock them when you're not doing anything. You got a lot of nerve. The audacity of any man or woman to look at another man or woman that is active in their potential. Potential is just not something you see. When you see potential in somebody, it's active, it's alive, it's moving. It's not sitting stuck in one place. It doesn't matter how you feel about them. It does not matter if they don't have everything that they need to complete that vision, that dream, or that goal. Is it active? So if you are a speaker, and I don't care if you have an audience of 5 people, you're active. Somebody may look at you and say, this person has the potential to have their own talk show. This person, I can see an anointing on them to be a teacher or to be a preacher. I can see an anointing on him or her to be an oracle in the kingdom of God. So when you see this potential, what else are you seeing? Are those people, or is that person active in it? Or are they just talking about all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas? That's what's going to separate the boys from the girls, and the real women from the fake women, and the real men from the fake men. Who is confident and bold, knowing, in spite of being mocked, in spite of being talked about, in spite of being rejected and judged and discouraged because of what you're doing. People People, a lot of them, they don't have the heart to do what you do. Some people, they talk so much. They make so many statements and judgments against you. They will use what you're doing as a actual conversation piece behind your back and behind the scenes with other family members, with their friends, with their spouse, or whoever is going to listen to them. And everybody will have something to say about what you're doing. They will question where you do what you do. If you are cooking and selling meals, there will be people that mock you because you're doing it out of your kitchen. People expect that when you have these gifts that immediately, oh, this person is supposed to have their own bakery. Not realizing it takes years to get to that point for some people because they have to save money. You got to apply for loans. You have to hire a staff. People will make jokes about you because you may do videos in your car. Not that you can't do them in your home or somewhere else, but they will feel like they know all the answers to your situation. But whatever the case is, what are they doing? You would rather have slow progress than no progress. Talk to somebody that had a dream at one point in their life. They had a goal, they had a vision. If you ask them, well, why are you not operating in your dream, your vision, or your goal? Oh, well, I've gotten too old. Oh, well, I gained too much weight. Oh, I got sick. Oh, my mother had died. Oh, my father had died. Oh, I can't do that because of this. And I can't go that way because of that. And I can't do that because so-and-so said. It's always an excuse. But you who click this message, you don't make the excuse. You don't have time to make an excuse. Time is going very quickly. The day is escaping us quicker than ever in these end times. So with the grace and mercy that God has given us, and the time that he has given us, and the intelligence that he has given us, and the skills and the talents and abilities and capabilities that Jesus Christ has given us, I want you all to rock it till the wheels fall off. Use it to the fullest extent. Tune out. You shouldn't even be getting distracted by people laughing at you and mocking you. Baby, they can laugh and mock me. They've been doing it, but it's not stopping anything. Actually, that makes me go harder. I'm not going to even say it motivates me, because it doesn't motivate me because I'm not even paying attention to it. But it just makes me go harder because I understand when people are mocking me and making jokes about me and they rejecting me and they're telling me what I'm doing, I'm not qualified and it's pointless, I know that I'm on the right track. Please understand this. Nobody's gonna come after you and judge you and mock you and laugh at you or make you the topic of conversation if you're not about nothing. If you're not about nothing and you're not on nothing and you don't have a solid plan, or you don't carry something within you where people see it without you even having to say it, they just see your demeanor, they see your attitude. People are not going to talk about you when you're not about nothing. Satan himself is not going to come after anybody that's not on anything, because he understands this person is already on my team. I don't need to attack their finances. I don't need to attack their family. I don't need to attack their health. I don't need to attack their children. I don't need to attack their mind. I don't need to attack their marriage. They're already on my side. But if he's coming at you and he's using the people closest to you to discourage you, they talking about you behind your back. You got family members and fake friends reporting every video you put up so they can come and tune in, and they sit back intentionally, not to get a lesson, not to get a message, not to learn anything, not to get motivated and inspired, but they watch you so they can pick out all of your flaws and all of your faults and ask questions because they don't know all the information to certain things that they see you doing. You may not even be interacting with these people. A lot of them that have a lot to say. Also, these are people that you are not even hanging around. You don't even give these people the time of day. You're no longer friends with them. You don't call them. You don't text them. You care nothing about what they have going on, good or bad. So that's the video message, guys. Remember, they only laugh at you and your dream because they don't have a dream of their own. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have taken offense to anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay, it's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned because I know you will forgive me in the morning.